Hey there people, my name is Ax and I'm an instant healing hypnotherapist, and in today's video I have this amazing case about one of my client who manifested her ex back after 3.5 years just by going inside her subconscious mind and removing the blockages. So stick around in this video, and by the end of this video you will understand a lot about how your subconscious mind plays a really vital role in what type of relationships you attract into your life. First, let's understand her story, because within her story you are going to learn a lot about how your subconscious mind functions. When this client actually joined my program, she was going through a really hard phase in her life where she was having a lot of identity crisis, and she discussed with me how she was in a relationship with this guy, but that relationship couldn't work out because she felt that her partner was consistently ghosting her and she felt really neglected within her relationship. And as that relationship ended, she had a lot of anxiety with regards to relationships and she couldn't bond with anyone else. So once she got inside my program, the first thing we did was identify why is this happening to her. Now, if you have watched a lot of my videos, you're going to understand that what she's facing is a father wound. Between the ages of 1 to 9, a father helps the child develop 5 traits, that is self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence, self-respect, and sense of identity. Now, these 5 emotions are regulated by a father figure. Now, if there was any kind of father wound, that wound will manifest into your adult life relationships, and that means that these 5 traits will be triggered within your relationships. Now, in her case, these 5 emotions were getting triggered, but she felt a lack of all 5 of them. Now, this is really important. That means that as a result of her father wound, she felt lack of self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem, self-respect, and sense of identity. So as I inquired about her past, between the ages of 1 to 9, if she did anything that wasn't pleasing for her father would start ghosting her. Now, I want you to pay close attention to how the subconscious mind works. Now, as a result of this father wound, those 5 traits were in deficit. Now, they can go anywhere. Now, for everyone, it is a bit different. They can be either in deficit or in excess. But in her case, they were in deficit. So that means that within her adult life, the sort of relationship she attracted, she would always end up feeling the lack of these 5 emotions. Either her partner will make her feel like that, or she would encounter situations in her relationship that made her feel the lack of these 5 emotions. Now, this is what we call trauma bond. But when we are trying to study trauma bond, we also need to understand that while the traumatic themes of our childhood will play out in our adult life relationship, the mechanism by which they were induced also plays a vital role. Now, if you observe, the deficiency of these 5 emotions were getting triggered in her relationship, but the way they were being triggered is by her partner ghosting her exactly the way that her father used to ghost her. I'll give you a very great example about this. Now, let's suppose you have a father wound and all the 5 traits that are influenced by father are in deficit. However, the mechanism by which these 5 traits were getting triggered was because your father compared you with other children. Now, if that is something that happened in your childhood, your partner would also compare you with other people, and that would trigger the deficiency of these 5 traits. Now, for example, if you had a father wound which made all these 5 traits in deficit inside your subconscious mind, but however, the mechanism was ghosting. Now, in that case, your partner would ghost you in your adult life relationships, and as a result of that, the lacking of those 5 emotions will be triggered. So, to understand our relationship pattern, we not only need to look at the father wound or the mother wound, but also the mechanism by which it was induced, because the mechanism also plays a vital theme in the sort of relationships that you attract into your life. Now, the approach that I took with her was using instant healing hypnosis. We went inside her subconscious mind and we removed the father wound. Now, as a result of that, the 5 traits that were influenced by the father, that is self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence, self-respect, and sense of identity, were balanced. The moment they were balanced, she suddenly felt that she no longer wanted to chase this guy. And as a result of that, she felt really satisfied with who she is, and she became really confident about her identity, what she brings to the table. Then something really amazing happened last month. Last month, she sent this message to me. And in this message, if you observe, she was able to attract her ex back into her life after 3.5 years of no contact. And they met, and I spoke to her, and she told me about how they met, and he messaged her, and he wanted to meet her. And as they met, they got along, and she felt really great. This time, this guy was not ghosting her. Now, that tells us another fine detail about her subconscious mind, that is, she had the traits of nurturing her partner into behaving exactly how her trauma played out in her childhood. Now, there are two things you need to understand. If you have a father wound or a mother wound, two things will happen: either nature or nurture. Now, both of them will play a very different role. Now, how the theme of nature will play out in your relationship is you will be naturally attracted to partners who will make you feel the lacking of these five emotions, will be naturally attracted to partners who will make you feel the deficiency of those five emotions. However, if your subconscious mind is the nurturing kind, in that case, what's going to happen is you might not be naturally attracted to such partner. Your partners may not have traits that might trigger the deficiency of these five traits. However, you will behave in a particular manner within the relationship that will make them treat you in a way that will trigger the deficiency of these five emotions. Now, this is where I tell a lot of my clients that you can only manifest your ex back if your subconscious mind was nurturing their behavior into triggering your trauma bond. However, if you were naturally attracted to people who triggered your trauma bond, then in that case, once you remove the trauma, the attraction to that particular person will be gone, and you will no longer even want to manifest that person into your life. Another thing that I did with this particular client is I'm doing this experimental therapy in which we plant certain good but fake memories inside your subconscious mind between the ages of 1 to 9. That is because between the ages of 1 to 9, our subconscious mind is developing. So within that particular age gap, whatever happens becomes a part of our predominant neurological state. To put it simply, that is your default emotional setting. And whatever is your default emotional setting is what you are consistently attracting into your life, because you attract what you feel inside. And if your predominant neurological state, that is your emotional default setting, consists of your trauma, that is what you're going to attract. So what we did was we planted certain memories inside her subconscious mind between the ages of 1 to 9, where she got all the love from her father. So this is a fake memory. However, once we planted this fake memory, which has a really positive influence on her subconscious mind, it became a part of her predominant neurological state. And lo and behold, after a month of taking my program, she was able to attract her ex back into her life without even doing any effort. So the ex just contacted her, and once they met and they started interacting with one another, the spark was ignited, and she's about to get married within like 3 months. So the most important part of the story is to understand that how our father wound or mother wound will play out within our relationship. So I want you to use this video to understand what happened with you between the ages of 1 to 9. Observe which parent, or if both of them, have treated you in a way that triggered a trauma bond pattern into your life. So you kept attracting those kind of people into your life. Then I also want you to focus on the mechanism of that trauma. What kind of action triggered that particular trauma, because whatever that action was will also be the vital theme within your adult life relationships. So I hope this video helps you guys understand the influence of our parents between the ages of 1 to 9 and how fixing the trauma bond will fix your current relationship. It will make law of attraction work in your favor. It will make law of vibration work in your favor, and all the spiritual science practices. So the answer is very simple. If you want to be happy in your relationship or attract the person that you truly desire, but disclaimer, you can only attract your ex if you were the one nurturing your partner. So you can have your dream relationship if you can get inside your subconscious mind and remove the trauma bond. Now, if that is something that will interest you guys, you can sign up for my 15 days instant healing program. Within that 15 days instant healing program, I'm not only going to help you heal your father wound or mother wound, but I'm going to teach you how you can do it using instant healing hypnosis in less than 2 to 3 minutes. Furthermore, I also teach you conversational hypnosis so that you learn the art of conversation within relationships and make yourself a magnet for your partner. And that is really important because 80 to 90% of the relationship fail because you do not know how to communicate with your partner. So you can sign up for my 15 days instant healing program by signing up for a free mini therapy session with me. Now, in that session, I'm not giving you any free diagnosis. So let me be very clear on that. What I do is I analyze your subconscious mind map. I analyze your subconscious conditioning to determine if I can promise you the results, because my program is result oriented. And if I cannot promise you the result, I cannot enroll you into my program. So if you are really serious about changing your life around and attracting the relationship that you truly desire, you can sign up for that free mini therapy session. And if all the boxes check, I might enroll you into my 15 days instant healing program. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Up until then, stay happy, stay blessed, and stay hopeful. Bye bye.